exhausted in a way I'd never seen a person be exhausted. I'd come over after work and take the baby so she could sleep for a few hours. Learned bottles, diapers, all of it. Middle of the night screaming, you just have to ride out. I didn't mind. I'd sit at 2 in the morning with this tiny kid on my chest and feel weirdly at peace. By the time she was 1, I was over there more than my own place. She figured out how to climb onto the couch and look back at me for a reaction every time like she'd done something incredible. I always gave her the reaction. When she started really talking, she started calling me daddy. The first time she said it clearly, I went completely still. I looked at her mom, and her mom just looked back at me, and neither of us said anything. I went home that night and sat with it for a long time. Part of me felt like I was taking something that wasn't mine. Like someday this kid was going to need the truth, and I wasn't going to be able to give it to her cleanly. I brought it up a few nights later, told her I was wrestling with it. She listened to all of it, got quiet, then said, "She's not wrong though. You are her dad. That's not something you accidentally became. That's something you did every single day." I didn't have a response to that. I just nodded and looked away for a second. Things had been shifting between us for a while at that point. The kind of shifting that happens slowly and then all at once. We hadn't named it yet. We named it that night. Talked for a long time about what we were, what we'd been building. She said, "I like this. I like our family. Not my family. Our family." Something about that broke something open in me. I told her I needed to grab formula. True, but I also needed a minute. I sat in that parking lot for almost half an hour. Couldn't stop crying. Not the kind that comes from something going wrong. The other kind. The kind that comes from finally letting yourself believe something good is actually yours. I thought about being 11 years old with nowhere to put all the hard stuff. None of this was planned. I showed up because I loved her, and I stayed because I couldn't leave. And somewhere in all of that, I became somebody's dad and somebody's partner and built a home without ever deciding to. I walked back through the door, and her daughter came running from the other room and grabbed my pointer finger with her whole little hand the way she always does. "I'm not going anywhere."